Is this the start to a new bull market? Is the bear market over? I guess a lot of people are asking themselves exactly this question after, well, the Fed raised 0.75, the market rallied. After GDP numbers are negative, minus 0.9, the market rallied. Stocks kept posting their earnings, some good, some bad. Markets kept rallying. So what's going on? Is it time to go all in? Is it time now to take a risk again? Because the risk is back. Hey and welcome to this video. My name is Julian. On my channel I talk about the markets, I talk about crypto, I talk about macro, I talk about what's going on. Obviously I always try to mix this out of the CEO kind of mindset of Cake DeFi, where this is this investment platform for people to get cash flow on their crypto. At the same time, as a personal investor who obviously has significant exposure in these markets, and I just share my thoughts there. To be honest, this week was, at least for me, a very turbulent week. I have a toddler, 2 years, newborn twins, and trust me, I didn't expect that, but with 3 kids, one of them always has something. And while we have great help and we have great support, it is emotionally not as easy to detach yourself and just say, my kid has pain, or my kid has this, or my kid has a fever, or needs to see the doctor, and then it's just like, doesn't matter, focus on other stuff. It's actually the other way around. For me, family always comes before the business. That doesn't mean necessarily I spend most of my time with the family. It just means when there's when I'm needed in the business and in the family, I would always put the family first. And so yeah, it was quite a turbulent week so far. Let's fingers crossed, let's hope it's kind of finishing a bit easier and the weekend gets a bit easier. So I didn't follow the markets that much, but to be fair, if you watch my video from 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I think from Tuesday to 3 days ago, I think really the entire week went as expected. And here's the thing, if something goes as expected, generally in investing, it's a good thing, because the only thing that investors dislike more than losses is uncertainty. Investors want certainty. And if a week that, like many people kind of understood, was a very critical week, obviously the week is not over yet, but so far, I mean, looks quite good. Yesterday, Apple closed basically the day with record revenue, right? So I think if you have a week like that, and then everyone's kind of nervous and is like, what does this mean? They're changing the definition of a recession, and what about the Fed? Or what is it going to signal? And all these earnings, and Meta actually for the very first time posts negative revenue. All like when this happens and suddenly it goes as expected, people gain confidence. They gain confidence that they can predict the market. They gain confidence that maybe it's not as bad as they thought it was. And that is exactly what we're seeing right now. And the reason I want to point this out is, I had mentioned this, I think 2 weeks ago after an interview. I'm actually just driving, very early, it's early here. I had to get up super early. I was invited for a breakfast with a very large bank, talking to a small group. Exactly this, crypto, outlook, what's happening, what has changed. And so, I mean, a lot of people asking themselves this question, right? And 2 weeks ago, when I had this interview with Bloomberg, I already discussed that I was rebalancing, that I was moving into stocks and bonds and crypto. And I mean, so far this bet paid off handsomely. The key thing to understand in this entire thing, though, is a lot of people will understand this, especially the smart money will understand this, and a lot of people will take profits relatively quickly because the market is so uncertain. So while I do believe we have seen somewhat of a bottom at the moment, And at the moment, I mean, it's very difficult to say, oh, have we seen a bottom in this entire recession cycle, right? How long is this recession going to take? Is this going to take 10 years? Is this going to take 10 months? Is this going to take 10 weeks? How long is this entire thing going to take? And this is so unpredictable at the moment. So that's why I'm saying, at the moment, I do think we have seen a bottom. And I do think it makes sense to start reallocating some of your purchase power. Now, obviously, if you are massively overweight already in risk-on assets, aka stocks, crypto, then I would just hold off and just wait a bit. But if you have been like me, who has been actually super overweight in US dollars over the last 9 months, then it may be a good time to reallocate. And that's what I did. And again, I'm definitely gonna take profits relatively aggressively. I do not believe that this is gonna be the next all-time high rally, neither in stocks nor in crypto. I just don't see it. I don't see the drivers. I think there are still a lot of economic uncertainty. And so I think it's just a good time to kind of reallocate and maybe make some nice profits along the way. Hopefully not finishing the year in red. Maybe my portfolio can finish in green. That will be unbelievably outstanding. Not sure if I can do it. I don't know what my car has. Like, it says corrective steering applied. I don't know why. I didn't do anything. Just going straight. Well, thank you, car, for taking good care of me. Don't know why, but I appreciate it. And so, yeah, with all that, I would just warn you to become like FOMO-ish right now. It's very dangerous in this market, right? FOMO-ish for stocks, FOMO-ish for crypto. Yeah, the best thing is to really have a really fair balance and be quite averaged out. So just keep that a bit in mind. But as a whole, and it's also going to be a bit of my discussion point today at breakfast, it's quite constructive. As long as we don't see another kind of unexpected, I don't know, geopolitical tension flaring up, or another crypto insolvency, or any kind of forced liquidation. Other than that, I think it's good. And I mean, there's a good side and a downside of 3 Arrows gone. 3 Arrows was one of the largest players, and they really manipulated the market a lot, legally, not illegally. They made the market on a lot of instances, right? And so them gone obviously makes the market less predictable, but it also sometimes makes it a bit more reasonable, which is weird to say, but sometimes I felt in the past markets were super unpredictable because they were so, like, if you understood maybe the larger whale side, you understood that, but otherwise it was just sometimes a bit weird. So yeah, fingers crossed we're gonna see some substance from here. Do not FOMO into crypto right now like crazy. Get your positions ready, diversify. I think it's great times for that at the moment. And then I think you're gonna be doing super well. So with that, I'm gonna go to that meeting at the moment. And yeah, I'm wishing you a really beautiful rest of the week. I hope my weekend is gonna be calmer than my week, business-wise and family-wise. All the best. Stay safe, stay healthy. Julian.